See how quickly you respond to this. Okay, y is directly proportional to the square of x. Now, how would you write that down?
Y equals the square root of x. Wait,
It
no, y
says
equals
square,
x
not
squared.
square root. It might say square root, sometimes it does. Of course, if y is proportional to the square of x, then x is proportional to the square root of y. Okay? But now, first of all, what does y proportional to x mean? Circled in red.
Michael.
It means y equals kx, right? So what do you think y directly proportional to x squared would be?
Square root of y.
Say it a little
Square root
louder.
of y.
I'm
Why-
too scared I'm wrong.
Okay, well, okay. Yeah.
KX
Means y equals kx squared. Okay? You know, y proportional to aardvark means y equals k times aardvark, right? Whatever aardvark is, and if aardvark is x squared, then that's what it is. Does that help? Y directly proportional to something is k, means y equals k times something, whatever that something is, right? So y directly proportional to the square of x means y equals k times the square of x. Halfway seem reasonable? If it's halfway now, you know, hopefully you think about it and pretty soon it'll be all the way reasonable. We're going to do several. Okay? I mean, we could say y directly proportional to the square root of x, so we'd have y equals k square root of x, right? Y directly proportional to the fifth power of x, it'd be y equals k times x to the fifth, right? Now, why would it be? Well, I'll give you some examples, but let's just get the mechanics down first. Okay? So y equals kx squared. So if y is directly proportional to the square of x, and y equals 8 when x equals 3,
8 ninths.
then what is y when x equals 6? Now you'll notice that we're doubling x, right? In a direct proportionality with x, you would expect that doubling x would double the value of y, right? But now it's proportional to the square of x. So it's not going to work out quite like that, but it's going to work out in a way that isn't too hard to understand. Okay, so y is directly proportional to the square of x, y is 8 when x equals 3. What's the value of y when x equals 6? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Plug it in.
We're going to plug in our known values, right? It's like we have a data point. And of course, you know, this would give us a graph. It would give us a parabola vertically stretched, your basic parabola vertically stretched by factor k, right? Just like the other one would give you a straight line through the origin, if you think about it. Okay? And that's an interesting connection. We won't worry about it right now. But anyhow, okay, so
8 equals
8
k.
equals k
3.
times 3 squared. Dot, dot, dot. K equals 8 ninths. You don't need to see the details. You can do that very quickly. So now we got a model. Y equals 8 ninths x squared. If x equals 6, then y equals 8/9 times 6 squared equals 8/9 times 36, which is 32. Okay? A little addendum. So we doubled the value of x, right? But y is proportional to the square of x. What's the square of doubling?
2x squared.
It's fourpling. Sounds vaguely obscene, but it isn't. Okay, now, okay? So we doubled x, we fourpled y. Y was 8, it's now 32. It's done been fourpled. Okay? Now, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Forget the humor in the term fourpling. It came from a student. Oh God, what was his last name? Steve. Anyhow, he's an accountant now, but very outgoing, smart kid. And I said, okay, you do this, and what happens to the value of y? He says it fourples. Yeah, it stuck with me. I think it's a great word. Okay.